Hello everyone, my name is Shreyans and this is a series on do-it-yourself personal finance planning. Through this series, I'm going to share everything that I have learned about managing money in the last 2.5 to 3 years. As a student, where I honestly did not have a lot of money, and as a young professional, slowly trying to make myself independent. So if you are at a similar stage in your life, I hope that this can really help you. Let's get started. Alright, so since this is the introductory video of the series, first I want to talk about a few basic but very important things. And then I'll also share the roadmap that I have for the series that you can follow in order to do your own financial planning. So the first question really is, what is personal finance? We use the term a lot, but it's good to understand what really does it mean. So for me, the meaning is extremely simple. Anything in our life that has anything to do with money that can come under personal finance. Also, it is important that we draw the distinction between personal finance and business finance, especially for someone who's just starting a business. And here, I would also recommend that it would be good practice if you can separate your business finance from your personal finance so that you have an accurate idea of how much money does your living require and how well is your business doing economically. The next question is, why learn financial planning? And the answer to that is also very simple. The thing is, money is going to be involved at a lot of places in our life. Think about it. There are so many decisions that we have to make that will involve quite a bit of money, right? So if money is going to be involved so much in your life, it's better that we start learning how to manage it properly so that we can make better life decisions as a result. The third question is, when should someone start to learn financial planning? The short answer is ASAP, right? But yeah, a more practical way to think about it is start learning about financial planning as soon as you start understanding how important money is in today's world. A good time is while you're in college or as soon as you start working. It's surprising that a lot of people who are well into their job, they don't think about money a lot because they think, all right, money is coming from my salary. Why do I need to worry and plan my finances? And that can be a tricky situation to be in. So don't make that mistake and start learning about financial planning as soon as possible. The next thing is, I want to discuss this concept of money as a means to freedom. Now, if you really think about it, we really have one inherent resource, and that is time. And we need to, you can say, spend or utilize time to get all the other things. This includes building our skills, right? This also includes building technology, and this also includes making money, right? So, time is really the most important resource that we have. And you might have heard this so on from your elders or other people. Now, what we can do is use money in a way to free up our time and choose how we want to spend our time, right? Money is a very powerful tool. So you can use your time to develop skills or technology that gets you money. And then you can use that money, or rather, you can invest that money to make more money such that you can free up your time and you have the freedom to choose however you want to spend your time. You can call it financial freedom, you can call it retirement, you can call it working on your passion, so on and so forth, right? But money is should be looked upon not as an end, but as a means to freedom. Now, what are the different aspects or elements of personal finance? So, on one side, we have income and assets. So, income, what we earn, and assets, what help us to generate that income. Then we have expenses, liabilities, and taxes. Expenses are when we pay for something and get something in return. Liabilities are when we are due to pay for something. And taxes is basically the money that we pay to the government. And then there are two more, insurance and savings. So savings is basically the money that we earn, but we choose not to spend, or something that our parents really, really love. And then we have insurance, the job of which is to protect us against uncertain times and incidents that we cannot foresee. All right, so these were the aspects of financial planning or personal finance, so to speak. Now, let me talk a little bit about the roadmap or the process of doing your own financial planning. The first step really is to audit our current financial situation, because if we don't understand our current situation, how will we be able to make accurate, or how will we be able to set accurate goals, right? We need to know where we are in order to decide where we need to go. The second is taking specific and I would should say immediate actions with respect to the different aspects of personal finance. So some aspects related to income, some about savings, about insurance, about expenses, so on and so forth. Third step is setting financial goals, right? So then we need to decide that how much money do we need in how much time, and then we ask ourselves how are we going to get there, so we convert those goals into plans. Now obviously the important thing to understand here is that after we set our goals and plans, the actions keep on going on, right? The actions never stop, but still, even before setting our goals, we can take some immediate actions, and then those actions continue as per the goals that we set. Also, important disclaimer that it is very likely that all our goals and plans might keep changing over a period of time, and that's completely all right. The important thing is to have goals, is to have plans, to know what you're doing. And finally, and probably most importantly, is to make a decision making process. The reason this is important to have a process or a framework to make decisions is that so we don't make any random decisions, right? That might lead us into regret later on in our life. So once we have a set process, we can weigh the pros and cons, we can understand different aspects, and then we make better decisions. So it's more likely we might not always make the best decision, but it's very likely that we might make a good or an optimal decision. So this was about it for this video. In the next video, we are going to go on the first step, which is auditing a current financial situation. So if this made sense to you, then please share it with a friend, and obviously stay tuned when we start the first step.